If picking your game avatar in life is a problem for you, keep watching this video. I'm going to help you out. This has been one of my fascinations in life. Let's get it.
Yeah. I'm inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumedh Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. Today I'm going to talk about how to choose your avatar correctly. Now, when you think of your ideal avatar, you want to think of the first thing you want to think of is your priorities, okay? What are your priorities? What are your standards? What are the values that you have and that you hold true to yourself? And also understanding what is your character's strengths, okay? By understanding your character's strengths, you can also morph your character much more appropriately. Once you understand this, then you can start to build. So the question I want to ask you is, if you were choosing an avatar in a video game and you saw yourself, would you skip on yourself? If you would skip on yourself, there are things that you want to change. Those are the areas that you know you've got to work on. Really start to see yourself differently. Really start to change the self-image. How can you dress differently? How can you walk differently? How can you talk differently? How can you be different than how you are right now? Now, maybe that's a slight tweak. Maybe you like who you are right now. Maybe that there is one extra element or an accessory or something that adds a different dimension to your character, okay? Because we are these multi-dimensional beings at the end of the day. The second thing you want to understand when you're picking your avatar is who is the tribe that avatar connects with, okay? Who is the tribe that avatar connects with? What is the ideal group of people? Where is the location, if there ever was a location that they would be living in? What would be their ideal location? Now, you could even imagine a fantastical location, right? Like one of my past clients said, Narnia, intergalactic Narnia. So I thought that was very interesting. Now, why does this help? It helps you formulate your exact and precise road using the power of imagination. Your imagination can create some amazing things if you actually use it in the correct fashion, if you use it as a tool to get you from point A to point B. And it gives you that willpower with the imagination. You see, daydreaming with intention is visualization. So you want to understand that, okay, am I just wishing about it and hoping about it, or am I actually acting on it each day to build the character, right? Like if you want to change your body, you got to take actions to start to do that, correct? So every day make it an intention. Intend on what you want that character to do. Because this is your video game. This is your simulation. This is your reality. So now you want to start to edit the different elements of your life that aren't working and start to gamify your day. Start to gamify your day in the sense of, how can you beat your high score of yesterday? How can you show up differently that will get you a different outcome? So this is a process of really understanding that there's two elements of your character. There's a yang and a yin. When you can combine these two to find your harmony of character presence, that will get you into that flow state, autotelic state, where you're intrinsically motivated, in a sense. You're doing things so that you install more character updates, right? You unlock new levels of the personality. Imagine that different achievements in the video game are unlocked. Now you wield this thing. Now you have a different wardrobe, right? Just like in the video game, you want to understand that how are there going to be different elements of my character, and how can I bridge the fantasy with the reality? Now there's certain people in IMC Nation who do this very well. Hexen is a very great example of that. They found their avatar, they found their essence, they found a character that they're very inspired by, right? And you see examples of this very well. I would say Adam the monster has a very, very clear character in terms of where he's going and what he's being inspired by. If you hear him speak, you will stop, right? You will stop in your tracks and you'll just listen. So that's what you want to understand. That's that quality that you're really looking for, okay? By the way, guys, I have an event coming up, okay? If you don't understand some of the concepts I'm mentioning in this, it's because I'm going to be covering it in an event for my IMC brothers, but you're also invited. So join us, okay? It's called Writing Reality. And essentially, Writing Reality is going to be all about developing your archetype. And we're going to be quantum jumping into the reality that we truly prefer, okay? Don't waste any more time. Today is the last day for signups for early birds. For the early bird option, which is $199, if you guys are interested, definitely get on that, because you're gonna regret it. Like, you're gonna see all these people with amazing transformations happen, and you're gonna be like, man, can't believe I didn't make that choice. I was too slow. It's an important advantage to go to certain events, specifically ones that I'm hosting, because I believe in, under promising and over delivering. I really do. So let me teach you the different elements of getting an avatar, which is very, very clear in your mind. Once you have very, very specific archetypes, specific images in mind, things that can spark your interest, things that can inspire you, you've already begun this journey. You've already started exploring this. And you can't really YouTube any of this stuff. Like, nobody's teaching character development in this way. Everybody's just like, oh, dream client. How to get your dream client. Look, this is a similar process to getting your dream client, because you got to know where they eat, where they sleep, what kind of stores they go to, what magazines they read, right? All of that stuff is so important to know. Like, one great question is, what keeps them awake at night? If you think of your higher self, what keeps your higher self awake at night? What are they thinking about? What are they dreaming about? Because it's different to what it is right now. I can assure you that. So actually plant yourself into the future and start to incorporate those things. So the responsibility transfer is when you can essentially see your higher self and give all your responsibilities over to your higher self to handle it. So you can just breathe. It takes the pressure off, essentially, okay? A very important toolkit to be able to get you started. Another great map is Gene Keys. I use this with my clients as well. Gene Keys is very powerful to at least get you started on a different map, because it's using your astrology, and it teaches you about essentially the different areas of your life, right? Your life purpose, your prosperity. It gives you like a very clear map in terms of what's holding you back and what's going to be the next thing for you, right? The shadow, and then the gift, and then the essence, okay? So really start to look into that as well. I would highly recommend it. It's inspired by human design, if you've ever heard of human design before, okay? So that's another element of that. I love to do personality quizzes because it gives you a different map each time, right? And you can have all these different maps and you can stack them up and really start to get more clear, because once you have that inner clarity and self-clarity from the objectivity from what others are telling you, right? We love to know about ourselves. Like, this is why we go to psychics and things like that, right? We love to know about ourselves, because the thing is, we don't have enough confidence that we can state that this is who I am, this is who I want to be. Listen, you can be whoever you want to be, but the world is going to challenge you. That's the thing. And if you fall towards that challenge, you don't do anything about it, and you fall back down to your old personality, then it's not worth it. It's not worth it for you to have that character. You get to earn your character. Remember this, you have to earn your character. So when you are stepping into the new role, you're going to get challenged heavily. There's going to be a lot of resistance, but you must pass all the tests, be congruent, come back to your truth, come back to knowing who you are and remembering who you are and who you were all along. I hope you enjoyed this video. Have an incredible day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary. Let's get it today. Boom.